Hey guys, welcome to Heat, Happy Energy, Amor Tarot. Okay, so we have Princess of Wands that flew out. Um, see, your person, so the question in my mind was, what is it that your person wants to tell you, but they are not able to? This feels like something they've been wanting to say impulsively. There's excitement here, like I want to reach out, I want to say something, I want to break the silence. This person get these sudden urges to text you, to call you, to message, to check on you, to start something again here. It's not heavy, it's like curious, very alive kind of energy. Um, Almost like you're still on their mind in a way that makes them feel excited, not burdened. So what they want to say is something like, I miss talking to you. Uh, I want to see what happens if we start again. I'm curious about you. I still want to be with you. Things like those. But the thing is, this is very immature expression. They feel it in the moment, but they don't always follow through consistently. So that's why they think about reaching out. They feel the spark, and then they pause. And let's let's see. Okay, what are my viewers person holding back from my viewers? High priestess high priestess itself is about not expressing, so ironical, but this is where they're holding back a lot here. There's a whole emotional world here, but it's hidden. It's almost like they think about you in quiet moments. They are somewhere they feel that this is a very spiritual connection between the two of you. This is like not one of those random connections that they have had in life. They feel they don't fully uh, you know understand how to express themselves. See, this is someone who observes you, feels you, understands you on a deeper level, but doesn't express. So, what they want to say is something like, I know what this connection is, even if I don't talk about it. I feel this, but I don't know how to open up. There's something deeper, and it scares me a little bit. Um, Also, looking at this card, what I feel is, if you look at this high priestess, she has two different kind of objects in her hands. So they also want to somewhere tell you that we are very different in many different ways, but there is still this uh, connection that we have, which is irreplaceable. um, See, there is also a strong energy of intuition, like they feel connected to you even in silence, but instead of speaking, they just try to protect something or stay quiet. So, what they're holding back is not small, it's depth, it's emotion, it's truth, and the silence you're experiencing is not emptiness, it's unspoken intensity here. Okay. What are they not why are they not expressing this to you? What is stopping them? Five of Wands. This is nothing new. This is the conflict that they are always sitting in. So overall energy is Two of Cups. Okay, so this is, if you see, both of them exchanging pleasantries and drinks and everything. See, the person uh, is in conflict, and it's not just with you; it's with themselves as well. It feels like every time you think about reaching out, there's another voice inside of them that kind of pulls them back, pulls their hair, and tell them like, okay, you can't do that. So this is where this part tells them, what if this becomes complicated? What if I lose control? What if it doesn't go the way I expect? There's mental chaos here, too many thoughts, too many doubts, too many what ifs here. So, and because of that, they don't take action. This is also someone who might feel like they have to compete or prove something, or they feel like the situation itself is not simple. So instead of choosing clarity, they stay in confusion because that's their favorite spot to be in. Um, See, they feel something real, but they don't know how to move forward with it without creating tension here. So they hold back now because they don't want to speak, um, but because they don't feel settled enough to do it. So they do want to speak, but they don't know how. Okay. Will they actually come forward and say this to you? Six of Pentacles. they're always like measuring what to do. And although this is not a card of juggling, but this image makes me feel that they are also somewhere juggling something here. See, this feels like a yes to me, but this is very measured. How much should I do? Kind of a thing. They do want to reach out. There's a sense of I should say something, I should show up, I should give something to this connection. So there's a possibility of a message, a check-in, a small effort coming from their side, something indirect even. But this is not them pouring everything out at once. This is balanced control giving. They'll just say enough to keep the connection alive, to feel that exchange again. But not everything they truly feel. Because part of them still feels they want to stay in this safe zone because they are a conflicted person. So they come forward, but carefully they express, but in parts. They give, but with when they whatever they feel comfortable giving. So that's why possibly this feels like this person is always testing waters. So let's ask what happens in this connection if they continue to hold back. Devil. Well, the pattern repeats, and we have overall energy as Wheel of Fortune. So it's a cycle that you keep going on in. This connection can start feeling heavy. There's already a pull between the two of you, which is super strong, which is intense. But instead of flowing naturally, it turns into something stuck. It almost feels like, you keep thinking about them, they keep thinking about you, and that creates a loop, a pull and push here. A little effort, then silence again. That's what happens. And over time, this can start feeling draining because the connection is there, the attraction is there, and the attachment is definitely there, but the freedom is missing, the clarity is missing. It can start to feel like you can't fully let go, but you're not fully getting what you want or need either. And that's the tricky part in this energy with Devil, that it keeps you emotionally tied without giving you the emotional peace. So if they keep holding back, the connection doesn't disappear. It just becomes more intense and more complicated, and that's where your power comes in. See, now, here what you want to understand is that this person does feel something for you. And I mean, that is clear. We don't have any doubt about that. But what you're experiencing is not just feelings, it's about how those feelings are being handled here. Because love that is felt but not expressed, it can start to feel confusing instead of connecting you to. And I feel like you're reaching a point where you don't just want to feel something, you want to experience it fully. You want consistency, clarity. uh, you want to know where do you stand in this person's life. And that is not too much to ask for. That is the bare minimum for any real connection. So don't feel guilty for asking what should be offered to you without you even asking for. So if this person chooses to come forward slowly, that is their journey. But your journey is deciding what kind of love are you available for. Because you can feel deeply without staying stuck in the same loop here with this devil energy. You can care without losing yourself in this process, and you can choose to move towards something that feels just as good as it looks in your heart. See, you're not here to chase potential, you're here to experience reality. And the moment you remember that, everything starts to shift with this Wheel of Fortune here. See, they think about you, but you deserve someone who chooses. I hope this gave you some clarity. Thank you for watching.